Hi everybody, I'm Ron Cantor and you're watching Out of Zion on God TV. The Bible says in Ezekiel chapter 36 that God would bring the Jewish people back from all the nations where He scattered us to this country, Israel. Now, we call that making Aliyah. And I remember when me and my family made Aliyah 13 years ago. The word comes from the verb la'alot, to go up. Why to go up? Because no matter what direction you're coming from, if you're going to go to Jerusalem, you must go up. And we went up, if you will, in 2003. I remember the day before that really well. We were in Newark, New Jersey, in a hotel, and I had to call my dear sweet mother up and say goodbye to her. She didn't really care that I was going to Israel. She was a little bit upset that I was taking her 3 granddaughters. So upset that she literally could not talk on the phone because of her tears. I felt like the worst son in the world. And then the next day, I felt like the worst father in the world as we landed in Tel Aviv. At that time, there was a lot of terrorism going on, bombs going off, buses exploding, and I was bringing my kids here. Well, we got off the plane, we were exhausted, we were jet lagged, and I remember that I went to our apartment, Ilana went somewhere else, our kids went to some friend's house, and I remember waking up, I went, rented a car, I went to pick everyone up. The first thing I said to my daughters was, listen, this is our life now. I know you're depressed, I know this is hard, but we've moved here, so you can either be depressed or get with the program. Then I shared the same thing with my wife. And then I went and I got alone in my prayer closet and I said, hey Ron, I know you're depressed, but get over it. This is our life now. I had to give myself a pep talk. But you know, that was 13 years ago. And the next day I woke up and I felt completely different. And we've never looked back. I'm not saying that life in Israel hasn't been without its challenges, and I hope in the coming years to share with you more of those challenges, but we love life here. We love being part of the people of Israel. We love sharing the good news of Yeshua here. When we got here in 2003, I only spoke a little Hebrew, and my kids didn't speak any at all. In the beginning, I would sit down with them and teach them the little that I knew. Within 3 or 4 months, they were teaching me Hebrew. It was a grueling battle. Every morning I would wake up. I literally took 2 years off of ministry. I would get on my bike at 8 a.m. in the morning and I would ride down to the Ulpan. That's the place where they teach you Hebrew. I'd lock up my bike, I'd have my shorts and my t-shirt on, and I'd sit with immigrants from Ethiopia, from Russia, from South America, from France, and together we would, as we say in Hebrew, break our teeth learning the language. But you know what? That was 13 years ago. And by the grace of God, I'm now fluent in Hebrew. I'm able to teach. I'm able to preach in Hebrew. I'm able to fellowship with the people in our congregation in Hebrew. And most importantly, I'm able to share the message of Yeshua, the good news, the gospel in Hebrew with the people of Israel. So again, I want to invite you to pray with us here in the Holy Land that we would continue to prosper, that our congregations would grow, that more Jewish people would be reached with the good news of Yeshua, the Messiah. Now make sure you don't miss even one episode by going to God.tv. You can find me at roncantor.com. Shalom from the shores of the Mediterranean.
Please follow Ron on Twitter and Facebook at Ron S. Cantor to find out more about Ron and his ministry. For more information on God TV and the Out of Zion programs, or to view these programs again, go to god.tv/Zion.